America's story has always been written in dollars. Wars, victories, empires, alliances. Almost all of it was financed with a green piece of paper, backed by nothing but trust. But in 2027, that story is heading toward a chapter the world has never seen before. A complete reset of the global system built around the US dollar. And here's the twist. The reset isn't a theory. It's a process already underway. Washington knows it. Wall Street knows it. Foreign governments definitely know it. But the average American? They're being told everything is fine. The economy is strong. Because that's how resets always begin. Not with chaos, but with silence. Let's start with the first warning sign. For the first time ever, US allies, Japan, South Korea, France, even Saudi Arabia, are quietly selling off US treasuries. Not a little, not a slow reduction. The fastest decline in dollar holdings in recorded history. They're not doing this out of anger. They're doing it out of survival. Because America has crossed the line every empire eventually crosses. The point where debt becomes mathematically impossible to repay. $35 trillion wasn't the alarm. $40 trillion wasn't the alarm. But 2027, that's the pressure point. The year when interest payments alone could exceed the entire US defense budget. Empires don't collapse because of war. They collapse because the money behind the war collapses first. Now, you might think a currency collapse looks like riots, panic, or chaos. It doesn't. Not at first. It starts silently. It starts in the bond market. It starts when foreign governments stop trusting the dollar. And when the world stops buying US debt, the US government only has one option left. Print more. And that's exactly what they're preparing for. But here's what nobody tells you. America will never allow the dollar to collapse. Instead, America will replace it. And that brings us to the biggest clue of all, the digital dollar. A fully traceable, fully programmable, government-issued digital currency. The US is not researching this. They're building it. Banks are testing it. Federal agencies are updating their frameworks for it. Tech companies are integrating it. Why now? Because in a reset, the goal isn't saving the old system. The goal is replacing it with a new one before it implodes. Imagine this scenario in 2027. One morning, Americans wake up to breaking news. The Federal Reserve announces temporary conversion of paper dollars into digital dollars for stability. Temporary. For stability. They will use those words. But nothing about it will be temporary. Paper money will start disappearing. ATM withdrawals will be limited. Large cash transactions will be monitored. Then restricted. Then banned. And the old dollar, it'll lose value so fast it will feel like it died overnight. History shows this every time. When a government can't save a currency, it replaces it. Rome did it. The British Empire did it. Weimar Germany did it. Argentina has done it multiple times. But America's reset won't be because the country is weak. It will be because the system is too big, too slow, too outdated to survive another decade. Here's the scariest part. This reset doesn't hurt the rich. It hurts the average person. The wealthy already moved their money. They're not sitting in cash. They're buying farmland, gold, energy, Bitcoin, hard assets, influence. Because they know the secret of every monetary reset. When the currency dies, assets live. 2027 will not be the end of the United States, but it will be the end of the US financial system as we know it. A reboot, a refresh, a reset. And when the switch flips, when the old dollar becomes phase 1 and the new digital dollar becomes phase 2, there will be winners and losers. The winners will be those who understood the reset before it arrived. The losers will be those holding the old paper promises, America doesn't need the dollar to fall. America simply needs the dollar to evolve. That evolution is already in motion, and the world isn't prepared for the day the United States finally says, "Out with the old, in with the new." Because the day that happens, the dollar won't collapse slowly. It'll vanish overnight.